There we go. Okay, now we're good. All right. Hi, guys. Hi, Misty. I don't know if she can hear us. Anyway, okay. Thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. I appreciate it. Okay, good night. I love you. Sorry, I've got some hams that like to be on the camera behind me, so they like to I don't know if you call this a Zoom bomb, like what it is, but they like to wander behind me so they can get on camera. Alrighty, so we are talking tonight about how to go from being a new distributor in your first month to going Ruby, and especially going for that $500 Ruby bonus, which is on the table, which is awesome. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the steps to success. And these can be found on your e-suite, and we're going to talk about your e-suite in just a second. But these are basically your lifeline in this business. And there are 3 basic steps. That's one of the things I love about this company is there's not like a 10-step system or a 20-step system. It's 3. We just do them over and over and over again. And if you keep doing this over and over, and if you teach your new people that you sign up to do them over and over, then you can go all the way to the top of this business, because that's literally all there is to it. It's so simple that my 6-year-old can explain it to people. So that's what's awesome. So step 1 is join the party. You already did that by signing up as a distributor. So the other part of step 1 is making sure that you get a paycheck. And that is by signing up to run your, what we call an ABV auto ship. So each product that we carry in our product line is assigned a dollar amount and also a BV amount. So for example, a box of wraps is $59 if you're a loyal customer or distributor, but it's worth 54 BV. So you need to set up an auto shipment that is worth a total of 80 BV that runs on or before the 25th of every month. And by doing that, not only if you do what I recommend, which is 2 boxes of wraps each month, that will make sure that you have that 80 BV auto ship set up, but that also gives you 8 wraps that you can turn around and sell for wrap cash for $200. And that is something that you can either put back into your business or, use for something else. I like to put it back into my business. That way I'm consistently paying for that auto shipment and basically running my business for free. So that is what I recommend to all of my new distributors, but any products that add up to that 80 BV will make sure that you get a paycheck every single month. And one thing that we did just find out is that if it is a struggle for you, especially with starting out, to run that entire shipment in one setting, you can break it up as long as that total ABV is has processed by the 25th of each month. So let's say that you have a 40-hour job, and you want to split it up into your paychecks from that job, and you want to do 40 BV on the 1st and then 40 BV on the 15th or something. You can do that as long as it equals 80 BV by the 25th. So if that helps you a little bit more, so that you don't have that chunk coming out, you can do that. So that is the reason. Basically, the reason that we do that is, number 1, the company looks at, by the end of the month, who has run that 80 BV auto shipment, which makes you all commission qualified. And what that means is that you have qualified to get paid, which is what we're all doing this for, right? Is to make money. So basically, that just sends a sign to the company that you are working your business and that you will be one of the people that they cut a paycheck to. The other reason is so that we can have product. It's really hard to run a wrap business if you don't have wraps. I can tell you firsthand, there is nothing worse than having somebody come to you and say, oh my gosh, I'm ready to try a wrap, and be completely out of wraps. You feel like such a dummy. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but I don't have any wraps right now. So you want to make sure you have those wraps on hand, because I guarantee you, people, once they hear what you have your hands on, they will be flocking to you to try those wraps. You definitely want to have some on hand. And then another reason is so that you yourself can use them and do your own before and after pictures. I think that is probably one of the biggest marketing tools that I have ever used in my own personal before and after pictures. And that's just because, when you see corporate pictures, people are like, oh, well, that's like, I don't know that person. That might be Photoshop. That might be this. That might be that. But when it's an actual person, when you're standing in front of them and you're like, do you want to see my pictures? They're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I want to see your pictures. So this is another marketing tool that you can have kind of in your back pocket. To show people those before and after. So that is step one. Any questions on step one before we move on? And also, I am going to open up the Zoom group chat. Say that 3 times fast. And any questions that come up while we're talking, if you guys want to put them over there, I will try to have some time at the end to answer any questions that anybody has. All righty?
All right. I have a quick question for that one.
Yes.
Okay, so for like any new distributor, so how quickly, should they really like get that auto shipment set up? Because yeah, I hope that when I brought it up, it wasn't confusing.
No, you're totally fine.
So
yeah. So I usually try to make it so that I'm walking my distributors through the process as we're setting it up. So I like to have it set up before they even like hit the OK button to become a distributor. But definitely before those first 30 days are up, because it has to be set up for them to become Fast Start qualified and for you to get that $99 bonus. Okay?
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. So step 2, you have joined the party, you've set up your auto shipment, you're like, alrighty, now what do I do from here? Your step 1 is to go out and find 4 people to sign up for what we call loyal customers. And our loyal customer program is awesome. I have been with other companies where to get, the pricing, you had to either become a distributor or you got retail. Like there was no in between. And so with us, the loyal customer program gives our customers that wholesale pricing that we get as a distributor without actually having to sell anything in order to get it. So they have 2 options when they sign up as a loyal customer. They can either purchase any one product for 3 consecutive months and get 40% off the retail pricing, or they can sign up with our $50 membership fee and they don't have to do the 3-month pricing, and they either way, when either they finish the 3 months or they pay the $50, they get the loyal customer pricing for life from their very first order, which is really awesome. So like our box of wraps per se, if they sign up retail, it's $99. But if they, hang on. Okay, there we go. But if they sign up to be a loyal customer, they get that same box of 4 wraps for $59. So it knocks off $40 for them. The other thing that's really cool about our loyal customer program is that they start from their very first order to accumulate what we call perk points. And that's basically money back on those orders that they can use for free products in the future. So they earn 1 perk point for every $10 they spend. So like on a box of wraps, they would get 5 perk points. So that's $5 that they can use in the future that either they can keep them accumulating to where they equal at or more than the price of a product, or they can use that to knock down the price of another product. It just really depends on them, how they want to use it. But that's really nice. And then another perk of our loyal customer program is they get their own launch site. So just like we get our own e-suite that we can log in and we can do orders and all that stuff, they get their own username and their own login, and they can go on there and change their auto shipments. They can make future orders and all of that. So if they don't want to, they don't ever have to contact customer service. Like they can control their own account. I know some people are really kind of squeamish about that. They've probably talked to too many like cable companies or places like that. So they're just, they're afraid that those people are going to really pressure them into staying a loyal customer. And so that's something that if they're afraid of that, you can use to really calm their fears, is that they get their own site and their own way to control all of that. So what do we get out of signing those first 4 loyal customers? Because that's kind of what we want to know as distributors, right? Yes, we're about helping people, but how does it benefit us? So first, when you have been in the company less than 30 days, you want to get those first 4 loyal customers, because that will make you, 1, fast start qualified, which means you are eligible for any and all bonuses, which is awesome. We have $99 weekly bonuses that you can get. We also have the good bonuses going on right now, which are anywhere from $10,000 all the way, or I'm sorry, we've got an emerald bonus. How could I forget that one? $1,000 all the way up to $75,000. So you definitely want to be fast start qualified so you can get those bonuses, because I mean, come on, who doesn't like free money for doing what you're already supposed to be doing, right? Like, no brainer. So that is the number one reason you want to get those first 4 loyal customers, is so you can get fast start qualified. The second thing is that when you sign 2 loyal customers for the lifetime of however long you're in this business, every 2 loyal customers, you get what we call a wrap reward. And that is a $25 box of 4 wraps, free shipping, that you can then turn around and sell for a $75 profit. So that's just extra product that you can have on hand to turn around and sell for a profit right off the bat. So that is awesome. And that is continuous. Every 2 loyal customers for the lifetime that you're in this business, you get those wrap rewards. So you would get 2 wrap rewards with those first 4 loyal customers. So that is awesome. Anything I'm forgetting about step 2? Sheila, Rachel, Misty, anybody? Okay. All right. So that is step number 2. So if you're keeping track, step 1, join the team, which you already did because you're awesome, and setting up your ADBV auto ship. Step 2, signing up 4 people that want to try your products. And here's the awesome part about starting and why I'm super jealous of the people that are just now starting. You can actually go to those people that love you. You can go to your mom, your dad, your cousins, your neighbors, your best friend, and say, look, I am super excited. I just started this business. It's called It Works. We sell health and wellness products. I need people to be product testers for me. I need people that are going to try these products and give me their honest opinion. And since I know that you will do that for me, I want you to be one of those people for me. Can I count on you for your support? And they will, 9 times out of 10, they will go, sure, what can I do? And the awesome thing is we have products for our loyal customers that are like $15. They can get a bottle of oils. They can get our fat fighters for $23. We have so many products that are $30 and under. So it doesn't have to break the bank for them to become a loyal customer either, which I love. I know there's companies out there that you look at their products and it's like $50 is their cheapest product. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to need a second loan to just afford these products. So that's one awesome thing about just starting out is you have your entire market open to you. You have your friends, you have your family, you have their friends and family. So really, you have all kinds of options for you. So getting those first 4 loyal customers, guys, I know it sounds like a lot. I know 4 people sounds like, oh my gosh, how am I going to find 4 people? But really, it goes super quick, super quick. I ran out of wraps before I got my wrap rewards. And when I started, we also got 2 free boxes of wraps. And I was waiting on my wraps to come because I had so many people who were like, what are you doing? What are you selling? Tell me about this. What is this thing? I can get skinny with a wrap. Tell me more. So you just really, all it takes is opening your mouth or typing it out in a message and you're golden. Trust me. It's so, so simple. So step 3 is going Ruby. And I know people say that to our potential distributors, we're like, go Ruby. And people are like, what's Ruby? I don't understand. That sounds great, but what's Ruby? So this is Ruby. And I know it's backwards. I apologize. But this is a Ruby chart. So this is really kind of intimidating when you first start out to look at. But really, all that is you finding 3 people, whether that be 3 friends, whether that be your mom, your neighbor, your sister, whoever, that want to do this business with you. And then helping one of those 3 people start their own team with 2 people. Okay, so it takes 5 people to go Ruby. the cool thing about Ruby is that if you build that team in your first 2 full calendar months, so that means if you started in October, like if you started today, October would not count as a full calendar month because it's already started. So anybody that joins on or after the 2nd of each month, you don't have to count that as one of your full calendar months. So somebody that started today would count all of November and all of December. So they have until December 31st to get that $500 Ruby bonus, which is awesome. So that's all you have to do to go Ruby is 3 people that want to do this business with you, and then helping one of those 3 people find 2 people that want to join them. Okay, so questions on going Ruby, questions on loyal customers, any of that stuff, any of that jazz hands? No? Yes? You good? Alrighty, so that is your steps to success. Like I said, that is basically your lifeline in this business. I laminated mine so that I could write on it with a dry erase marker and didn't have to waste trees each month, but it is in your eSuite. You can print it out each month. I print mine out the first of each month. I pencil in people. This is actually my 2nd copy, so my 1st copy is all marked up. This is what you will use every single month. So write in names and then talk to those people and get them signed up. That's all it takes to run this business. So once you go Ruby, then your next step is helping all the people that you signed to go Ruby, go Ruby. All this business is just building Rubies over and over and over again. So if you can get yourself to Ruby, you can get all the way up to ambassador. Like, it's super duper simple, guys. Alrighty, so did everybody bring a calendar with them? Did anybody bring a calendar with them? If not, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But I have some homework for you guys. If you don't know me, I used to be a teacher, so this is my teacher side coming out. So I'm giving you guys homework as I drink my wine. Hi, Amanda. Okay, everybody ready? Okay, so here is step number 1. If you are a new distributor, hi Nathaniel, hi Cassie. Okay, so if you are a new distributor, step number 1 for you is to check and make sure that you have that 80 BV auto ship set up. And if you are a leader who just signed a new distributor, your job is to check and make sure that your new distributor has an 80 BV auto ship set up. Simple enough, right? And new DTs, if you have no idea what that means or you don't know where to go to check that, just get with your upline and they will help you, okay? All right? Okay, so that's your homework, step 1. Step 2 homework is to get a launch party on the books during the month of October. Whoop, whoop. Why do we want a launch party? Okay, so first off, what is a launch party? A launch party is where you basically say, hello world, I have started a new business. You should come and join in. So that's what a launch party is. You need to get this going so that people can come. They, usually in person is best, I think, but you can do online parties. But they can come, they can get a wrap on, they can get a facial on, and new DTs, don't worry about having these products. Your uplines will bring these for you, or they will find somebody who has these to bring them for you, okay? We do not expect you to go out and spend like $200 on new products. That's not what this is about. So this is about bringing people to your house, telling them about the business, telling them about our products, and getting them all jazzed up about this business. That's all your launch party is, okay? You got everything in your kit that you need to do a successful launch party. So you got a couple catalogs. You got what we call a couple blitz cards, which are those 3.5 by 5 little coupon thingies. So you got a couple of those. You've got your 4 wraps. You've got some fab wrap. That's all you need for a stellar launch party. I promise you. Don't overthink it. If you carry more into a party than what you can carry in your 2 arms, You're making it too hard. Don't overthink it, because you know what? If you carry a bunch of stuff into your party, people are going to automatically go, oh my gosh, there's no way I could do this. There's no way that I could ever be in this business. You want to make it super simple so they're like, I could do this. Like, I could make money from my house. Why am I not doing this with her? So you want to make it the simpler, the better. Like, if you can't explain it to a 4-year-old, you're making it too complicated. Okay? Just really dumb it down. Really, just super duper simple. Okay, so get a launch party on the books, because you want to get those first 4 loyal customers so you can get fast start qualified, and you want to get those people started on your team so that you can get that $500 Ruby bonus. Because, I mean, who doesn't like $500 just for doing what you're supposed to anyway? Pretty awesome. They didn't have that when I went Ruby, by the way, so I'm like super jealous about that. But I'm not bitter. Like, I'm not, you know, I don't have a chip on my shoulder or anything about it. So anyway, all right. First 2 steps. Auto shipment, we're checking on that. 2, we're getting a launch party scheduled. Perfect? Okay. Step number 3, we are going to start a hundreds list. Raise your hand if you have a hundreds list going. Okay, cool. So all of our leaders on here have hundreds lists going, and that is because that is crucial for your business. So you're like, what is a hundreds list? I'm glad you asked. Here's what a hundreds list is. A hundreds list is basically a sheet of paper where you go through your phone, your email, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Snapchat, whatever you want to go through, and you write down 100 names. There is no rhyme or reason to these hundreds names. It's just 100 people that you know. Okay? And my tip for doing that is, when I was going through these names, when I first started, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to write that name down because they're not going to be interested. I'm not going to write their name down because I don't want her to tell me no, or I don't want her to like unfriend me on Facebook. So I'm not going to say that. Like, don't pre-qualify it in your head. Just write 100 names down. Okay. And then all you're going to do with that list is every single day, you're going to pick 5 or 10 names off that list to reach out and message and say, hey, you know, I just started this new business. I'm super excited. Would you want to host a party for me? Or would you want to host a girls' night for me? My favorite kind of party, by the way, is a wine and wow party. It's like perfect. Who doesn't want to come over for free wine, right? Like, you tell people that booze is involved and they're like, sweet, where do I sign? Like, where am I going? So like wine and wow, sangria and samples. I'm trying to think. Sheila, what other party things do we have? Trying to remember.
I was thinking wine and facials.
Yeah, wine and facials, because you can drink with the facials on. You can't with the body wraps on. So people like wine and facial parties. But yeah, basically just reach out to them. Ask them if they would be a product tester for you. Ask them if they would host a party for you. Ask them if they would meet you for coffee so you could share this business idea with them. Like anything, basically, just to get more information in their hands about this business is really all that is about. Don't get caught up so much with like having to be super professional about it. You want these messages to sound like super short, super sweet, and just like you're talking to your best friend. You don't want it to be like, good afternoon. Can I please tell you more about my business opportunity that I have going on? Like, don't make it salesy and don't make it awkward. Like, just like you're talking to a friend. That's really all it's about, because we are in the relationship business. We're about developing relationships with people. We're about helping them get either healthier or wealthier, or both. So really, if they have one of those goals, then great. You know, here, I'll tell you more information. If not, great. Like, that's fine too. So getting that hundreds list set up and getting those people contacted, really just working down that will help you sign those loyal customers, and that'll help you sign those distributors and complete those steps to success. So yeah, other than that, I think some people got on a little bit later. So I want to go back over the message script that I think is the best to send out when you're just starting out. Like I said before, I don't know if you guys have heard my story, but Sheila likes to fondly call me the word vomiter. because when I first started, my messages were like, seriously, like you had to scroll like 3 times to read my whole message to people. And it was like, oh my gosh, I just started this new business and it's this wrap and it's this cloth. And like, we have farms where we make our vegetables that are in this product. And I mean, like, every piece of knowledge I had about It Works went into that message. Like, it was awful. It was awful. And I had so many people that were interested. They were like, oh my gosh, tell me more. And then I could never figure out why I would message them one time and they would never message me again. Like, they would run away screaming. I'm like, I don't understand. Why aren't these people signing with me? Like, what am I doing wrong? And she was like, send me one of your messages. And I'm like, okay. And so I sent her like 3 screenshots to send her one of my messages. And she's like, yeah, that's your problem. So let's work on that. So we have developed well, she was 4 years, my 3.5 years with this company, we've kind of developed a better, more streamlined message that we like to send out to people when they are first starting. So really, it just goes something like this. It's just like, hi, Susie. I just started with this amazing company that's called It Works. We sell health and wellness products. I am looking for product testers, and I know that you would be super honest with me about what you think about this product. Could I use your testimony in my portfolio? You know, in exchange, I will give you my distributor discount of 40% off. Can I count on you for my support? Or for your support, and just leave it at that. And I always end with a question, because that leads them into, oh, I need to respond to this, rather than this is just for my information and I can respond if I want to or not. So just something in that vein, and I will send that out like in the actual wording that we use on the event page for you guys. But that's really, whether they're somebody who's interested in the business or in the products, we send them the same thing. If they are interested in becoming a product tester, I would say, great, which product are you interested in? And if they say, the wraps, I'm like, awesome. Okay, so here's how it works. I explain the loyal customer program to them. And then I say, or for $40 more, you can join my team and make money with me too. Which option sounds better for you? I don't make that decision for them, whether they're going to be a loyal customer or whether they're going to be a distributor. I kind of give them both choices, and then I leave it up to them to decide whether they're going to be a loyal customer or distributor. And I just go from there. So, okay, questions? Yay, nay? Anything anybody else wants to say? I know I've like talked and talked. Sheila, anything you want to throw in? Rachel?
Be yourself. Just like be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. That's what I've done. You're going to literally, what I have noticed is finding myself, because we're not all the same. And so you're unique, and use that. Just use that. So.
Yep. Good tip, Rachel.
Woo, you girls rock. Okay, sorry.
Anybody else? Stacy, do you have one tip to leave with them? Misty? Heidi? Somebody else talk except for me?
But you're such a great speaker, Haley.
I'm glad you think so.
Okay, you will always have the one hater. Do not let them get you down.
Yes.
Just keep pushing. Someone's going to make you want to quit. I know, I've been there. And I immediately called Haley. But yes, they will talk trash. They will say all kinds of stuff. But remember why you are doing it. And who cares what they say?
Mm-hmm.
You're making a life for yourself and your family.
Yeah, don't take no so personally.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first started, I used to take no really personally. I was like, gosh, there must be something wrong with me, or like I must have said something wrong that made them say no. And
Yeah.
now it's like, all right, cool. Like, I guess you don't like making money. All right, see ya. Like, I mean, I'm not like, I don't say that to them. That's kind
You
of
just
kind of
yeah, that's not, yeah.
it's got to be your attitude, or otherwise you would like be crushed after every no. Every person telling you no, you'd be like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this business. Misty, any words of wisdom for our new friends? Down in the corner. There you go.
No, okay. I'm like, I can't figure out how to get it off. No, I don't have anything to add. I think everyone anything added said it all. Lattes for life.
All right, Sheila.
I think you got it all. It's just not taking those no's personally, and yeah, like Stacy said, you're gonna find your haters, but let your haters be your motivators. Like I remember I had a huge hater that blocked me on Facebook probably my first few months in. It was this guy that I used to work with in college at a restaurant. And so I messaged him and I was like, hey, you unfriended me. And he was like, oh, don't take it personal. It's just I get tired of seeing wraps and candles and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. We're having a meltdown over here.
Oh,
Bedtime, past bedtime. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's all right. I guess I'll see you pulling up in my pimped out Cadillac Escalade when you're in your beat up Kia. Deuces. And then I blocked him, and I was just, I never hear from him. I was like, that's all right, because here's gonna be my life in 10 years, and let's look at your life in 10 years. Like you just have to let your haters be your motivators, because they don't pay your bills.
Mm-hmm. I think the funniest thing is that when people are your haters, they're like really focused on you, and they will sit there and watch, and they're like, they'll make snarky comments, but they'll sit there and watch. And eventually, I think 95% of the people who have said rude things to me over the years have ended up either being my loyal customer or my distributor. They watch, and they're like, huh, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, of course, they never say that to me, but, you know, they end up coming back and they're like, okay, so tell me more about these reps. Tell me how these work. Like, what's with this? And it's like, yeah, huh, okay. So, yeah, I think my last piece of advice, and then I will let you girls go, is find somebody to be your rock. Find somebody that you can go to unconditionally, and somebody that will let you cry to them, that they can cry to you, and that you are just going to be like bonded. You both, you know, just have to be like, we're in this, we're going to do this. Like, it's you and me. Like, let's do this. Let's go. Like, find somebody that'll be that person for you, and you will not want to quit one day. Like, I'm not saying you won't have bad days, but the thought of quitting won't even cross your mind. You'll be like, you know what? I can't do that to so-and-so. Like, I'm here. I'm done. Like, this is it. This is what I'm doing. So if you find that person, like, cement themselves, like mine's sitting, I don't know where she is on hers, but mine's sitting right down there in a blue shirt. So find your...
I'll be the rock for anybody in a blue shirt. I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, she's an awesome rock if you're looking for one. So
I'm volunteering to be anybody's rock. I will keep you here.
I cannot tell you how many times I have called Sheila and I'm like, I don't think I can do this anymore. Like, I'm done. Like, oh my gosh. And she's like, shut up. Like, what are you talking about? Stop crying. You are not quitting. The end. Like, pick yourself up and move on. Like,
Yep.
It's great. Because otherwise, if somebody else was like, oh, it's okay, I probably would have quit a long time ago. But she kicks me in the butt when I need it. And I kick her in the butt when she needs it. And, you know, we move on. So how it works. But all right. Any other questions, comments, anything? Thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. I appreciate it. I know there are probably a lot of other things you'd like to be doing tonight on your Thursday. So I appreciate you taking the time out to hop on. And any questions, feel free to message any of us. We're here. We're one big family. So
Mhm.
Alrighty. Bye, guys.
Bye.